Dear people, right? Yes. If you want Ruto to go, please, my simple advice to you, look for a better plan. Convince the people of Kenya that you have a better plan. This one of mine has created 250,000 jobs in the housing sector. Look for one that creates 500,000. This one of mine, I have brought down the cost of unga from 240 to 160. Look for one that brings it to 50. Violence will not. Anarchy will not. It will not sort out our country. Let us not fool ourselves. So, let's be honest to one another. I have listened to what these people are saying. So, if you want Ruto to go, please, do the honorable thing, you know. Develop a better plan than the one I have. Yes. The one that creates more jobs than the one I have. The one that brings down the cost of living than the one I have. The one that creates more opportunities for the young people of Kenya than the one that exists, you know. Do not tell us that you hate so-and-so. This one must go. That one must have this term or the other. And you have no strategy. I have said, you cannot replace a plan that is working that you don't like with no plan. The only thing you have, you are armed with hate and violence. And then you want us to agree with you? Really? Please. There are very few fools in Kenya. Persuade us. If you persuade us, you know, I can also go and concentrate on farming and help in food security, you know. If you have a better plan, but don't ban the country for heaven's sake. We don't have another country. And I want to ask the leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, who are encouraging this movement towards violence and chaos and anarchy. What is your plan? So, you're telling these young people to burn the place. You're telling them to cause violence. So that, what happens? So that we move to where? You know? So these are questions that we need to ask ourselves as Kenyans, you know? Because if we go this route, we will not have a country. Yes. And the country does not belong to William Ruto. The country belongs to all of us. And if there is no country for William Ruto, there is no country for you. You know? So, no, so let's really be honest with ourselves and let's be candid. What is it that we are trying to achieve? Yeah? So, finally, good people, to the MSME sector, your resilience in our nations is our nation's strength. Your success is our collective prosperity. Kenya will not be held hostage by violence. We will protect our economy, defend our democracy, and secure the livelihoods of all Kenyans. It is the responsibility that is on my shoulders now, and I want to assure this nation I will do the best that I can to protect everybody and to protect everybody's business, because it is the responsibility that I have at the moment. Until that responsibility is exercised by somebody else, I will do it. You know, so let's just be clear that we cannot continue in this manner. We have to find another way of doing business. We cannot continue this way. It is not possible. We cannot continue to have people like Kevin, you know. We had many people with jobs on 24th. On 25th, their jobs went up in flames. We had many people with businesses on 24th. Today, they are living in squalor. They don't know what to do next, you know. And there are people who are telling us, oh, you know, 25th was very successful. Really? It was successful? With people having died? With so many people hurt? With so many businesses destroyed? With many businesses up in flames? Was it successful? We are going to answer those questions as we go forward. So, good people, let me say I'm very happy that I came to participate in this international celebration of MSMEs, because if there was a place for us to participate, it is in this space, because it carries 80% of our working people in the Republic of Kenya. We will continue to work with you. We will continue to build the structures to support this space, and God willing, we're going to make it better. Asanteni sana, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that.
Making the State Department of Planning so that we carry out a survey of this particular sector. The last survey was done in 2016. We want to know where particular specialty, particular groups, which sector, craft, where are they dominant? Are they dominant in Eastern, so that we are able to bring up common user facilities in that region, so that we improve on quality of the products that you give. Those are the only comments I had, ladies and gentlemen, and now I want to take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome Your Excellency the President to make your remarks. Karibu, karibu sana. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Hamjambo. No one among us here can doubt that the MSME sector is the lifeline of our economy. While the formal sector has remained relatively stable over the past 3 decades, providing employment to about 3 million Kenyans, I think now about 3.5, the informal sector has grown in leaps and bounds, now providing livelihoods to more than 17 million Kenyans, including my friend there, Kevin. And the sector today contributes about 40% of our GDP. As government, we recognize the immense potential of MSMEs to generate jobs, provide livelihoods, and sustain our citizens. That is why MSMEs are one of the 5 core pillars of the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. It is for this reason that we established the State Department of MSME Development for the first time in our republic. It coordinates efforts and anchors a robust MSME ecosystem to promote growth and development. And I'm very proud of my appointment of Susan Mangeni to be the first PS. She comes with the requisite passion and commitment to this sector. Every other morning I find a message on my phone on what is going on in that sector. And I am forced to read. Sometimes I reply, sometimes I let pass. In our plan, we committed to end the criminalization of work by making trading licenses and the provision of trading spaces an entitlement to every citizen who applies. Today, this commitment has been mainstreamed, with county governments working to harmonize licenses and moving towards a single permit regime. It is not perfect, but it is work in progress. Apart from making sure that we decriminalize the space around doing business, especially for micro and small enterprises, we've made it also easier for those who want to register their businesses. It used to be a long process. Today, from the comfort of your phone, you can register your business with just 1,000 shillings. And going forward, we're going to make it even easier for those of you who want to register limited liability companies. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also building modern markets through our affordable housing program, fully equipped with cold storage facilities across Kenya, with ICT hubs, and with facilities for trading for micro and small enterprises. Our goal is to construct at least 2 markets in every constituency, providing not only decent trading spaces, but also facilities to reduce wastage, especially of perishable goods. Already, 280 markets are ongoing, some completed, some nearing completion, and I want to commend the State Department for Housing for undertaking this exercise. And of course, the Board of Housing for supporting it. For MSMEs in the manufacturing sector, we are partnering with the county governments to establish county aggregation and industrial parks in every county. These parks will offer shared manufacturing facilities for value addition. By August this year, 13 CAIPs, or county aggregation and industrial parks, will be completed and ready for operationalization. Why are we doing county aggregation and industrial parks? I just listened to a presentation by one businesswoman who said she operates out of Karioko. And she does business with Karioko because in Karioko they have common user facilities to deal with matters leather. Karioko is very far from Bungoma or Kwale or the rest of the places. So what are we doing? To be able to enhance infrastructure available for manufacturers in the MSME sector, and recognizing that micro and small enterprises may not have the money to buy equipment on their own. It becomes necessary for us to build county aggregation and industrial parks, equip them with the equipment the MSMEs require, and work with them so that they can use those facilities, common user facilities, to build their businesses and to expand their trade. And therefore, I'm asking those of you who are in this sector to begin to appropriate the space around county aggregation and industrial parks. Those are your spaces. You will use those spaces, you will use the equipment in there. We are going to equip those facilities, but you're going to be the end users and you will be the end managers of those facilities. We are also committed to reviewing our policy and regulatory framework to make it easier to start and run business in Kenya. Today, we have reviewed our MSME policies to support business growth nationally. And I want to thank GIZ for the support they've given us in that space so that we can have what PS is saying, a master plan of the entire space around micro, small, and medium enterprises. The revised MSME policy integrates government priorities, including the value chain approach and cluster development. It now also includes medium enterprises to support the growth of transition from micro to small and medium enterprises, a gap that existed in the 2020 MSME policy. The government's digitization agenda has enabled the onboarding of over 20,000 government services onto the e-citizen platform, creating a true one-stop shop. This has significantly reduced business registration costs, as I said, to 1,000 shillings. This process can be initiated and completed from the comfort of your home, while the integration of e-procurement has made it even easier to do business with government. As I did commit to the country that we are going to transition to e-procurement. All government tenders will now be available to all people who want to participate online from 1st of next month. And every other process in that ecosystem, including who gets evaluated, who eventually wins the tender, for how much, is going to be available on the e-platform so that we avoid government paying for products and services more than what the market, what costs in the market. We committed to unlock access to affordable credit at those at the bottom of the economic pyramid through the Hustler Fund and in partnership with the private sector, banks and telecom companies. We have given opportunities to affordable credit to 26 million Kenyans. To date, the Hustler Fund has disbursed 71 billion and mobilized nearly 5 billion in savings. And why is this important? I know Waziri Oparanya has said we need to repay our loans. But also, apart from repaying our loans, we have given 26 million Kenyans to have a credit history. Even if you don't pay, at least we have a history that you don't pay. It is still good enough, you know, for the next person, that this person normally pays, this other one does not pay. So we have at least brought a credit history to everybody. Of the 26 million people, they now have a credit history, which is a good thing. And you know, the positive thing about a credit history is that you can improve it. You know, you may have not a very good credit history today, but you have an opportunity to repair it. You know, tomorrow you can repair it, and progressively, when you see the need to repair it, you will then discover that it is good to have good behavior in borrowing and lending and repaying. And because now we have, you know, count yourself lucky that you may have run away with 100 or 200 or 500 shillings, but you have an opportunity further down the road, you know, to use that borrowing history to improve on your credit rating. There are those who have not paid. Their benefit is they have a credit history. There are those who are paying. About 7 million of them were now working with the banks. And I was very happy to listen to my good friend from Equity Bank, that they're now working at splitting those who are paying, about 7 million of them, into two. And now they are assessing how we can transition these people into formal banking. They can be considered now in the formal banking space, something that was not available to banks in the past. Today, the banks can look at the borrowers in the Hustler Fund and begin to, you know, work with them towards graduating them, training them, and making them bankable. There are about 2 million who wake up every day, borrow from the Hustler Fund, and pay. There are those who now have been graduated into the bridge loan. There are people today on the Hustler Fund who borrow 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, up to 150,000 without any collateral. Their collateral is just their good manners of paying and repaying, credit history. And you know, we are slowly changing collateral. And that was the intention of Hustler Fund. We are slowly changing collateral from having a title deed or a logbook to having a credit history upon which you can borrow and you can be lent money. So the choice is yours. You can make whatever choice you want, but now you have an opportunity to choose. At least you have options, right? You have an option to have just a credit history, which is good. You also have an option of borrowing and paying in small amounts. You have an option of graduating yourself to the next level, and you have an option of doing business around that space.